to the video, guys. I'm here with Della, aka Dr. Cuba. Last time you guys saw us together is when we built this computer. Back in about, what do you say?
2020, about 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'm gonna link it here and also put it in the description below. So how's this computer been running and what you want to do with it today?
It's been running great, but I do believe it's time for an upgrade. So first off, I was able to get my hands on a 3070 graphics card to replace the 1660 Ti that I have in there. I was also able to get 2 new sticks of RAM and some new PC cables to replace the boring black cables that I have in there.
Those upgrades will definitely help with performance. You know, with the 3000 series graphics cards, they're a lot bigger than the 1660 you got in there. So we're gonna have to upgrade the case. Lucky for you, I got the Lian o11Dynamic, which would be perfect for this build. By the way, Dr. Cuba, when's the last time you cleaned this thing?
Well, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Okay, we're gonna install the parts, clean this case up, and get Dr. Cuba up and running again. Stay tuned.
Let's do it.
We're gonna start by disassembling all the components out the old computer case. I know it's been a while since I posted a video on my channel, and I thank you guys that are showing support and watching my video. Let's start by removing all the panels and taking out the graphics card. Here's the 1660 Ti. It did well, but it's time for an upgrade. Next, we're gonna start disassembling all the wires connected to the motherboard. Once all the wires are out, you're gonna need to take out the screws which hold the motherboard to the case. There's a total of 9 of them. Once all 9 are out, you could lift the motherboard and slide it out from the rear I/O shield. Motherboard's a little dusty, but we'll take care of that. Now, we're gonna reuse the fans from this case in the new case. There's a total of 6 of them. They're all held in by 4 screws each. With a little help from the power screwdriver, it makes quick work of removing all the screws from all the fans. Once all the fans are loosened, we could go to the rear of the case and start taking apart the beautiful cable management I did. Well, a lot of zip ties were used here, Velcro strips, so removing all that, this way we got access to the wires. I start here by taking the fans and unplugging them from the hub and pulling the fans through out of the case. I'm going to move the case wires to the top of the case and get them out the way so I can start removing the power supply. Power supply is held in by 4 screws which easily come out, and you can pull the power supply right out. That's pretty much it with this case. This was a good case, but it's a little small, and the new one will have a lot better airflow. As you can see here, the o11 is all set and ready for the new components. We start by removing the lid and the glass panels, the rear panels, giving us access to the entire case and real easy to work on. Down here we have the 2.5 SSD trays. We're going to remove them to make room for the fans. We also don't have any 2.5 SSDs on this build, so they're not needed. Back here, our little box that comes with all the supplies in the case. This hard drive mount is not needed, and it will make more room if we remove it. These cases are nice. They have this little panel which hides all the wiring, which is definitely a big help when doing the cable management and putting all the wires together at the end. Time to put in the power supply. This power supply sits vertically and is held in by 4 screws. Let's see what parts we get with the little accessory box that comes with the case. We got some Velcro ties, little rubber mount in case you wanted to add a second. Power supply, of course you gotta have the M-Fresh sticker. Here's some screws and a little manual. I guess we'll read that later. Now we're gonna install the rear I/O shield. Let's press it right here into the case. I'm gonna line it up with the motherboard. I'm gonna slide it right in. Now make sure your mounts and everything line up, and then you can start screwing your motherboard into the case. Now it's time we finally get to some of the upgrades. Here we're adding 2 more RAM sticks. to give them a total of 32 gigs. This will definitely help out in the more demanding programs and games that he plays. We'll start tackling the fans, all 6 of them. We're going to put 3 on the bottom as intakes and 3 on the top as exhaust. This should help with the airflow. We're going to take all the wires and run them to the back so we can connect them to the hub. Here's the HD audio plug. Plugs right here at the bottom towards the rear of the motherboard. Now a USB 3 plug. Should plug right there. For all these little wires, in your motherboard manual, there's usually a diagram which will show you the order they all go in. You also have to remember, these wires have positive and negative cables, so you have to make sure you put them in the right slot if you want your computer to work. We're going to add the sleeve extensions to the power supply wires. This one's a 24 pin, so simply connect it to the back here and run it to the front of the case. We're also going to do the CPU power cable sleeve extension. Connects there. We're going to run all the combs up so it looks nice, and then run it to the front of the case. Now we're going to get the wires to power the graphics card. Unfortunately, the kit my brother bought didn't have 2 8-pin connection cables, which we needed. It only had 1. So I had some spare ones from a previous build I let him use. On to the front of the case. We're going to connect the 24 pin cable here, adjust all the cable combs, and make it look nice and neat. We'll do the same to the CPU power cable. Now it's time to install one of the biggest upgrades he got, the graphics card. We're going to have to remove 2 of these little panels here, held in by screws. Here you have the Aorus Masters 3070 graphics card. You're going to slide it right into the slot and you'll hear a click. Then you know it's secure. You want to hold it in by 2 screws here on the left. Once the screws are in and it's nice and tight, we'll install the GPU power wires. I'm going to fix the cable combs so they look nice and neat. Plug both the wires in. And we're back to the rear of the case. Now it's time we work on some of this cable management. We're going to use zip ties and a couple of Velcro strips to get the wires nice and neat and put together. Lucky for us, this case has a nice channel where all the wires go into, and a cover which will help us out with some of this cable management. Let's put the fan hub in and connect all 6 fans to it. I'm going to connect the fan hub to the case using a Velcro strip. Connected to the fan hub is a SATA port cable which powers it, and a USB plug which needs to be plugged into the front. I'll do that after. So we're going to keep working down the line using zip ties and bringing all the wires together so we can finish up this cable management. Let's cut the ends of the zip ties off and tuck in these power wires. And good thing for the cover, to cover all those wires. And there you have it. Let's start putting the panels back on. We start with the front glass panel, and then the side glass panel, with the rear panels and the top panel come next. The top panel has 2 screws which holds everything in. Can't have a MannyFresh build without official and fresh logo. I think it's gonna look good when we put it right here. Is that it?
Yep.
Now to the fun part. We're gonna let Videla peel the film off the panels to reveal his new PC case. There's even a film on the inside of the glass panel. I helped Videla take it off.
All right, here with Dr. Q. Dr. Q, how do you feel? You just got a new case and everything.
I mean, it's good, man. I'm happy.
It feels good?
It does. You know.
All right, so what are your aspirations? You start streaming again? Where can we catch you? Where could they catch
you?
You
Catch me on Fortnite, Call of Duty.
Stop it. Get some help.
Fortnite and Call of Duty? Okay.
GTA maybe. GTA maybe.
GTA?
Maybe. That's the future, you know.
Any last words to say to the fans, the Badonuts out there?
The Badizzies. Shout out to Nick E. Shout out to Steve. Carlito, you know, the usuals. K-Dez, you know. We're doing it.
Yeah. All right. Have you been practicing?
You know that, bro. You know
All right. Well, you know, just keep practicing. You're on the come up.
Your ass.
finally done swapping the PC over to the new case. We installed the 2 sticks of RAM, tucked all the wires, and upgraded the graphics card. That's a nice graphics card you got there. It has a front LCD display and the rear has 6 outputs. You could do some crazy monitor setup with that. We even cleaned the fans and got rid of all that dust, right, B-Della?
Yes, sir. It took a little TLC, but we got it done.
With all those upgrades, maybe, just maybe, you might be able to keep up with us when you play online. Hey, if you guys like the video and want to see more future videos like this Evo build I have back here, remember, drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. We'll see you guys in the next video.